Hello and welcome to SudoKanard. We're here to solve this hybrid Sudoku with two set of rules that I think have never been featured on the channel. Those rules are MinMax and Small Neighbours. The author is Robert Bearda, or more probably Robert Bearda from the Netherlands. And this was featured on the website World Class Puzzles from the Netherlands, and the puzzles are indeed world class on this website. So the special rule here, we have two rules. One of them is min-max. So this 9 here is the sum of the highest and the lowest digit among those three digits. Same for 13 here, same for 10 here, and you can see that we have matching clues here. This is really nice. And then we have shaded cells, and a shaded cell is a fortress cell. It means that this digit is bigger than all horizontal and vertical neighbors. So why call it small neighbors if this is the same as fortress? Well, there's a twist here, which is that the negative rule is true. Namely, that all fortresses have been given. In the standard fortress rule, it would be possible for this cell to be bigger than this one and this one. In this puzzle, this is not the case. And I've already solved this puzzle, and I can tell you that the negative rule is very, very useful in such a puzzle. So where do you start? Where do we start? And the place to start is to notice that all nines are fortresses. So all nines must be in those shaded cells. So in this box, 9 has to be here. And now in this box, 9 has to be here. Now 9 is not here, so in this box 9 has to be here. So now in this box 9 can't be here, it must be here. In this box it can't be here, so it must be here. And an interesting point now is that with this 13 clue, there has to be a 4 here, and the other digit is between 4 and 9. So 5, 6, 7, or 8, I won't pencil mark that. We'll just have to keep this in mind. So now in this box, 9 is somewhere here. With those 9s in this box, 9 is here. In this box, 9 can't be here, so it's here. In this box, 9 is here, and same logic here. 4 has to be somewhere. And we may wonder, can this be a 4? And the answer is yes, it can, if it's surrounded by digits from 1 to 3. And that looks completely possible. All right. So that's a nice place to start. Where do we go from here? Well, we must think that 8 is either a fortress or next to a 9, because 8 is bigger than almost all other digits. So in such a box, where can 8 go? So 8 could be a fortress. 8 couldn't be here because this digit here different from 8 and less than 8 would have to be a fortress, which wouldn't work. 8 wouldn't work here because then this would have to be bigger. And 8 wouldn't work here because it would be bigger than those two digits, so it would have to be a shaded cell. So in this region, 8 can only be here. And I think exactly the same logic applies here. Actually, no. 8 could be here, next to the 9. So in this box, 8 couldn't be anywhere here, because it would be next to a fortress, which is lower. It couldn't be here because it would need to be a fortress. So 8 will be either here or here. And if 8 is here, then this has to be a 9. Let's have a look at where 8 can go in this region. So 8 could be a fortress. It can't be here. It can't be in any of those cells for the same reason. And it can't be here because here 8 wouldn't be next to a 9, so it would be a fortress. So 8 will be in one of those two places. In this region, or perhaps I start with this region, 8 could be fortress. Here it wouldn't work, here it wouldn't work for the same reasons, but 8 could be here next to the 9. This is not what I remember from my previous solve, but then well, I don't have to remember everything. What about this area? So 8 could definitely be here. Could it be anywhere else? Well, next to the 9 here, that would totally work. Here it would have, next to the 9 here it would work as well. So that doesn't seem to be interesting. Here it would be next to this cell, which is lower. Here it wouldn't work. And here it would have to be a fortress. So this is not so interesting for 8 inside this region. What about this region now? Oh, this one. 8 could be. Oh no, sorry. Inside this region, this 13 is interesting. Because 13 is the sum of the lowest and highest digit. And it won't be 9 plus 4 because 9 is not available. So the only two options for 13 as the sum of two digits, as anyone experienced in Killer Sudoku will know, are 6, 7 and 5, 8. But 6, 7 is not an option because 6 and 7 as the highest and the lowest, we would need a digit between 6 and 7. That doesn't work. So those need to have 5 and 8 as lowest and biggest digits. So this is 8. And 5 is around. And those digits are from 5, 6, 7. Which is interesting because now this must be higher than this digit. So it must be at least 6. So this is from 6, 7, 9. And this 8 prevents this from being 8, so that is 8. Those are not 8s. This is not 8 either. And now let's come to 8, which is somewhere here near a 9, so all three places are possible. I won't pencil mark that. Now let's look at this region. So 8 is not here. 8 could be here, but it couldn't be in any of those two places. And actually 8 here or there wouldn't work because it would be next to a smaller digit in a fortress. So 8 can only be here, and this is 4. And now this is not 8, so that this is 8. This is not 8, so that this is 8. Those are not 8s, so that this is 8. We have an 8 down there. And definitely 8 is the biggest of those 3 digits, so that this is 8. And because of this 10 clue, there is a 2 in there. And the third digit, we just know that it's not 1. Now inside this region, 8 has to be somewhere here, and it will be next to the 9. And inside this region, that's interesting, 8 can't be anywhere here. Here 8 would be a fortress. So 8, anyway, it's 8 can't be here. So 8 will have to be here next to the 9. So we have 8, 9 pairs here and there, or here and there. And I think this is all that can be said about 8. I'm saying that this 9 clue means that there is a 1 in here, and the other digit will necessarily be between 1 and 8. And because of this 10 clue, there has to be a 1 in here, a 2 in here, sorry. This 9 is kind of interesting. It could be 6 plus 3 with a 5 in between, or it could be 2 plus 7. Yes, 7 would work here or here, with any other digit but 1 in between. Oh, 1 is not here. So 1 is somewhere here. I don't think this is so useful. I'm saying that this has to be bigger than that, so that this can't be a 7, and this has to be 6 or 7. There is a 4 somewhere in here. That's not so important, I'm afraid. And those MinMax clues have almost been totally used. So let's think about digit 7 in such an area. 7 here would be bigger than that, bigger than this fortress, so it wouldn't work. 7 here would be a fortress. So 7 is somewhere here, but 7 is the biggest digit in here, so 7 is here. This is not 7, this is not 7, this is 7. And there is a 5, 6 pair here, so that this is 9, so 8 is here. We had figured out that 8 and 9 had to be next to each other, and the other 8, 9 pair is here, and now all 8s and all 7s have been placed. 7 is not here. 7 here or there would be a fortress, so it would have to be shaded. So we need a 7 somewhere here. And by Sudoku, we need a 7 somewhere here. But this wouldn't work, as this would have to be bigger. So that's the 7. So 7 is in one of 3 places. Here 7 would be a fortress, an unshaded fortress. That doesn't work. Here it would be lower than that. That doesn't work. So this is the 7, and this is 1. So now we need a 7 down there. Here it would be bigger than that, so 7 is here. Now in this area, 7 is nowhere here. So 7 is somewhere here, but here 7 would be a fortress. Negative rule again, so 7 is here. So now we have a 7 somewhere here, and both places seem to work. 7 would never be a fortress here or there. But here we have a 7 here or there. Here 7 would be next to a smaller digit, so 7 is here. So that is 7, and that is 7. And I think we have all of them. So it's probably time to move on. I'm thinking 1, 2, and 3 are not in here. Could this ever be 1, 2, or 3? Not sure. those are actually from 4, 5, 6. So this has to be bigger than that. So this is from 5 and 6, and this is never a 6. So we get the 4, 5, 6 triple, and 1, 2, and 3 are in here. There's a 5, 6 pair here, so this is 4. Those are from 1, 2, 3, 4, but those 4s allow us to place a 4 here. Those are 1, 2, 3. There's a 5, 6 pair here, so those are from 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking of 6 in this area. 6 can't be here. It can't be here because this would be lower. But 6 can still be in any of those three. Oh, actually, there's a 6 here, so no. 6 is in one of two places there where it wouldn't be a fortress. And now 5 has the same issue. It can't be here by Sudoku. So this is at most 4. And it must be bigger than 3 digits, so it has to be 4. Surrounded by digits from 1 to 3. And this is from 2 and 3 because of that. And because of that, this isn't a 2. So here we're left with a 5, 6 pair. Nice. This row still needs 4, 5, and 6. But this here is bigger than that, and it's not from 7, 8, 9. So this is at most 6. So this can't be a 6. This is from 5 and 6. Six could be anywhere. No, 6 can't be here. This is from 1 to 3. And those are a 5, 6 pair, which is interesting. We get the 5, 6 pair here. Also, now that 7 is here, this 9 tells us that 2 has to be somewhere in here. And actually, there's a 2 in here, so this is not 2. This must be between 2 and 7, so it must be from 3, 5, 6. One, 3, 5, 6 in here, 5 and 6 in here, so this has to be 1 or 3, and those are 2 and 4. 1, 3, 5, and 6. Oh, actually, there's a 4 here. 3, 5, and 6 in here. But 6 here wouldn't work, as this has to be bigger, so that's not 6. This has to be bigger, so this is from 5 and 6. And 1 is there. So no 1 here, that's a 1, not 1, not 1. This row, oh, 2 must be here. This row still needs 4, 5, 6. Those are from 3, 5, and 6, and actually, no, 3 wouldn't work here, because then this would have to be a 2, and this would have no value. So that 3 is here, this is from 4, 5, 6. This has to be lower, so I don't know what. No, I'm just saying that 6 can't be here, because then it would be a fortress. 6 could still be here. But 6 can't be here, and 6 can't be here. So 6 is one of them, and that's not a 6. And one of them here is a 4. That is not 4, and this was written here. I could probably be more efficient for this part by being more systematic. Where should I look? So the second 5 or 6 on this row can't be here because then it would be a fortress, so it must be here. And I get a 4, 5, 6 triple in this column. This is 1, this is 3. So that this is 1, this is 3. This is 2, this is 1, and this is 3. This is not 6. Five, 6, well, that's not 1. This is 1. 4 on this row can only be here. This is from 2 and 3, but there's a 1, 2 pair here, so that this is 3, 2, 3, 3 and 2. I'm slowly getting there. That's not a 3, so that's a 3. 2, 5, 6 in here. That's the 2. This is from 5, 6. This is also from 5, 6. This is from 4, 5, 6. This 3 is not here, and that's not the 2. There's already a 2 here, so this is 1. This is 3. That's 2, 1 and 2. And we are left with all those 4s, 5s and 6s. Is there any negative rule? Yes, this can't be bigger than that, because then this would be a fortress. So this has to be a 4, and this is 5. And I think this disambiguates the rest of the grid. 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 6, 5, 6, and 5, and that's it. So, magnificent puzzle by Robert Bearda. I'm very impressed with the creation of this. This is really a splendid puzzle found on WCPN, World Class Puzzles from the Netherlands, and this is definitely a website you have to check because they publish very frequently puzzles of this quality. Thanks for watching this video. See you someday on SudoKanard.